Welcome to the Unitarian Universalists of Southold, formerly the First Universalist Church of Southold. Whoever you are, wherever you come from, whomever you love, we welcome you. Today we are gathering on the traditional lands of the Amanhansa Nation. My name is Suzette Reese, and I'm a member of this congregation. We're so glad that you're here, whether you're visiting for the first time or come often. If you are not on our mailing list, email list, please sign the guest book on the welcome desk as you enter the parking lot. You will then receive the Free Spirit newsletter each month and hear about upcoming events. Copies of the newsletter are on the action table to the left as you enter behind me. Please like us on our Unitarian Universalists of Southold UU, and we stream services there, or actually I think on YouTube now. But you can find past services archived. The action table has other information that you might find interesting. Also for your use, masks and hand sanitizer. We offer many ways to serve the community, from providing hospitality, flowers, and ushering on Sunday mornings to joining our social action and other committees. Please stay after the service for coffee, refreshments, and lively conversation. On the back of your order of service are announcements. We have upcoming events, September 9th and weekly yoga meditation, Nancy Bayless at 10:30 a.m. September 13th, a congregational retreat from 9:30 to 3 p.m. And September 14th, our Sunday service will be end-of-life decisions with Michelle Schwartz. And the additional, if you just look on the back of your service, you'll see the additional scheduled events, including our fundraiser, the Mud Flats concert, our fall fundraiser. So we hope that you all join us for that. And, so the rest, you can look at the rest of the items here. And now, are there any brief announcements relating to the congregation?
This is the first Sunday of the month, and so our Share the Plate for this month is going to the New York State Unitarian Universalist Advocacy Network. We are required to give a little bit, not a little bit, we have an annual dues that we have to pay, and the first of the month for this month will probably cover it, but that's what we're trying to do. And second, I would like to reiterate how exciting the retreat is going to be. I spoke with the person who's going to be our facilitator, and she is very excited to be and I was pretty excited to talk with her about some of these things, so I hope everyone will be able to come, as Suzette said, between 9:30 and on the 13th.
So, no, we're doing a wonderful concert with the Mud Flats on the 21st, Sunday afternoon, 5 to 7. I guess that's evening now. We need people to sign up to bring light refreshments, as that's going to be part of the admission fee. So I'll put a sign-up sheet out on the table and make sure you have a place to sign up. Also, for all of you in the congregation who knew Donia Buchanan, we're going to be having the memorial service and reception here on the 20th. And I haven't heard yet back from her daughter, but I think that I will also put a sign-up sheet for people who are willing to help at the reception. So thank you so much for that. And I know we all loved and miss Donia for years because of her stroke. And I think we should be here to honor her memory and all that she did do for this church.
Thank you. And now, please take a moment to greet your neighbors.
you could join me as we read the words printed in our order of service, and Suzette lights our chalice, symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith. At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us. Our opening words this morning are those of Gregory Pelly. And so we gather from the ebb and flow of our lives, thirsty for connection to ourselves, thirsty for connection to others, thirsty for connection to our larger life. In the light of this chalice, may all who gathered here be filled. Filled with joy and hope, filled with compassion and love. Here, may we be filled so that we may pour ourselves out into the world. If you could join me for our opening hymn and rise in body or in spirit for number 131 in your gray hymnal, 131. Before we get to the rest of the service, I want to remind folks that this is our annual water ceremony, and I'm sure there's somebody out there who may have forgotten to bring a little bit of water. So no shame, no judgment, no problem. If you want to escape to the kitchen between now and the words gathering of waters in the service, to obtain a little water from the tap. But if not, let's just go on. If you could join me for our words of affirmation, followed by our doxology. Love is the spirit of this congregation, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. we will take up the offering for the work and witness of the Unitarian Universalists of Southold. This morning's offering will now gratefully be received.
We now will share our joys and concerns. If you have a joy you'd like to express or a sorrow, please come up. If you want to express it in silence, that's fine too, and you can put a pebble in the water.
I wasn't planning to say anything, but I need about another 5,043 stones for the concerns, for everything that's going on, because it's just getting scarier and scarier. And like I said before, if I was still a Catholic, I think I'd Easter and pray all day, because this is just so scary.
It's Brian's birthday, the 8th, so I have a card for him, but it's a thinking of you card, not a happy birthday.
Any,
I'd like to say thank you for the rain.
This is a concern, but also hope that we're not going to be overwhelmed by the news, and we're all going to pitch in and do a little something because it will make us feel better. This is like totally selfish. I just signed up for a raku workshop with my sister in Massachusetts for a week in October, and I'm so excited to have something to look forward to like that.
anyone else? Okay. Yes.
Ben Borton, it's so good to be back with all of you and with Reverend Valerie. My daughter, my sole begotten daughter, married October 11th. And I'll be both the father of and the officiant of the bride. So that's up in Ithaca.
Okay, and so I will light one more, I will not light, I will put in one more stone for everyone else's joys and concerns that they rest in our hearts. Yes, yes, I'm so sorry. I'm like, our hearts, yes.
Every year, we gather at the river of our being collectively, ready to dip our hands into the work of living, hopeful that we can quench our thirst and find a place here to refresh ourselves. What do we each come to this community longing to be or do? And when our life becomes muddy instead of clear, or dry instead of refreshing, what do we do to replenish ourselves? And what do we owe one another so that all can live, all can flourish, and all can have what they need? Since the beginning, journeys were always fraught with danger. Hotels.com did not always exist. People who traveled far from home could not always count on safety where they were going. The road itself can make you feel very fragmented, let alone dusty. The first duty of a host, which we still kind of have today, although things have changed, was and is to help you become whole again, to create a welcome, to offer water and rest, to make of their home a place of sanctuary, a place of renewal. We learn from our parents how to be hosts. How do they make the person feel welcome? If that person is coming for a month or just a quick cup of coffee. Whether it is the first time or it is the 1000th time, the role of the host is to be the embodiment of hospitality. But what of the guest? What is their role? A guest often brings a gift of their own. A guest responds by offering something of themselves, even if all they have to give to their host is polite attention and grateful presence. So when we are all here in community, when we gather in to start a congregational year across Unitarian Universalism, but here, are we hosts or are we guests? Well, I think we're always both hosts and guests at the same time. Host, in that we strive to offer our talents and skills to one another willingly. Guests, in that we are always striving to create communities of gratitude and generosity. The water we bring, the ingathering we celebrate, is a symbol of those values of welcome, generosity, commitment, gratitude. To be both host and guest at the same time is how our values ripple outward, transforming the world. We gather at the river, the life-giving river, to tend to those common commitments. We start the congregational year gathering ourselves together because we know that there are common currents in our existence. And the simple ceremony reminds us that we need to tend to them carefully, just like the waters and the rivers are tended to carefully. So, if you brought water today to this ceremony of renewal, I invite you to say, in a minute, if you are so inclined, not necessarily where it came from, but what community, being in community, means to you. And think a minute about what you are committing yourself to in this new congregational year. If you want to just silently add your water to the vase at the center of our glitter tool river, then you can do that too. I'm going to start with this water that has been collected from past water ceremonies that I have been a part of here at the congregation.
Water is blessed by all those who have participated in the past.
And if you wish to say something, here's the mic.
Sorry, okay. I thought I had no special water today. No, I forget everything, and I forgot to. But I realized this is special water because it's from the tap here at the church. And thank God we have a tap here at the church so that we can be a community here together. So that's my special water today.
Because I also don't plan ahead very well. I'm really grateful that it rained for many reasons, but also because this is the rain I collected this morning. I put it out on my porch, and this is what I got. And as far as community goes, I think all as one community, we agree about the importance of, first of all, for it to rain, but then for us to conserve water for all of us.
Well, I'm in the same boat as Lauren. I thought, oh no, there are two places that I would have gotten water for this ceremony, two places that I spent a little time with my little grandchildren. But of course I wasn't thinking about it then, and so I didn't, and I really wasn't about to hike across the beach at what we call Crab Beach. So I was, what am I going to do? So actually what I did was what Lauren did, but I put a glass outside last night and prayed for rain, thunderstorm, which was great. And that's from last night to this morning. And I have to tell you about this bottle that it's in because it's kind of special too. C-A-H, maybe Corwin and Company, C-H Corwin and Company, druggists. Greenport, Long Island. So it's from around here. And it has a pretty, I'll leave it, it has a really pretty little thing on the front, a little order crystal. So, I have to get this. And rainwater, which is a blessing for all of us, because we really needed it. Oh. So whatever the Corwin is. Do you know where?
Well, they had the drugstore here from the early 19th century until Bruce and Sons bought the building.
Oh,
So if you go into Bruce and Sons in Greenport, you'll see the original fountain counter that was there. I am descended from the Corwins. I have an amazing story, which is that was the only store in town. They can't hear you.
Yep, please use the mic. Corwin drugstore was the only store in town during, when we had Hurricane Carol. My father had taken us on a trip. He was the insurance person in town. He heard about the storm, and the only way he could get through to Greenport to tell people he was coming back was to call Corwin's drugstore. So my water is also rainwater, but this is special rainwater because it is filtered through my pot of plants. When I was a younger woman and had a gorgeous garden, I was a ferocious gardener. But unfortunately, injuries and arthritis took that away from me. But I feel this is a community of gardeners, and I feel very much a part of it. So this is from my little garden.
Dirty, but it's good dirt.
This water represents the water that I drink and get replenished and feel good from. So it's so positive in my life to have the water, just water.
This is water from my outside faucet, and it has kept my flower garden alive for the summer. There's flowers up there that came from the garden.
This is water from our tap at home, and that represents, I guess, the community of which we all are on the North Fork, and it is something that we all need to preserve as much as possible.
This too is rainwater, and it's water that connects us locally and worldwide because, of course, the great seas and waterways all flow into one big sea that joins us all. Water, rainwater. Thank you, rain.
This is a rolling bottle, but it's the best I can find. It was empty at the moment, and anyway, this comes from Peconic Landing, the final resting place of Danya Van Buren, where she died peaceably, and we're going to honor her in a week or two. Anyway, Peconic Landing is the final resting place of a lot of people, and the water is, although in a Pepsi bottle, nevertheless, is good water. Thank you. Anybody else?
This is from Hogneck Bay, where Roger and Tommy grow oysters, but it's for everyone because the oysters filter the water, so we have clean water. Susie?
My water is from South Hole Bay, in front of South Hole Yacht Club, where my husband's ashes are. This
This is water from a tap at home, something that I have learned in the last few years, never to take for granted, because there are people that don't have that.
I went out for 2 errands last night in the rain. One was to get the Powerball, which would have been great for this community if I'd won, but unfortunately I did not. As my husband left a note for me on the table, you lost. But at any rate. And then second, this is very solitary. I went over to my inlet widow's hole and I made a pledge to myself that any time it was possible in the summer, I would be in a bathing suit, get wet, sit in my beach chair and read a book. And I only did it a few times this summer, and I'm sort of annoyed with myself. But anyway, it's this amazing place that I find very spiritually fulfilling.
This is from McCabe's Beach, where, like Randy, I didn't get to spend enough time this summer. And there's a little bit of tap water in memory of the tearing up of our road, putting in new water pipes at Suffolk County Water Authority. So that's for them.
Is there anyone else? No? So I will collect the water later and use it to bless our native plant garden. Although it seems to be pretty blessed today. But our meditation words are also offered as a blessing to this community and this congregation. They are the words of Molly Hush Gordon and Jamila Batchelder. The strength of water takes on many, many forms, just as each of you is unique and necessary. Strength that you bring to our community and to the work of love. Take a moment now to drop down into the deep wellspring of your own spirit and bathe yourself in the strength that is the groundwater of your person? Are you a roaring fall, wearing rock away with sheer force of will? Are you a tiny drop of water in a crevice, breaking it open, slowly, steadily? Are you buoyant, like a great salt lake, practiced at holding others aloft? Are you tenacious, like the mountain stream, finding your way down and around every obstacle you face? Are you still and calm, like the pond at daybreak, offering radiant peace by your shores? Are you in touch with hidden depths, pulling from a vast well? Do you soothe like the steam rising from a cup of tea? Do you dissolve away stubborn muck like water left in a pot to soak? Do you soften and smooth the edges like a creeping fog? Do you clear away distraction like a cleansing rain? Do you roll with the ebb and flow like the ocean waves? Settle your mind upon the strength, the power that is yours. Draw that strength into your heart. Draw it up into your soul. As we gather together the many waters of this community, we need each of your power, each of your resilience, each of your love to make us whole. If you could join me in rise in body or in spirit and sing, oops, I got the hymn number wrong. It's 1064, not 1046. Sorry about that. Blue Boat Home. If you could rise in body or in spirit and sing with us number 1064, Blue Boat Home.
Standing on these mountains and plains,
Our closing words this morning are those of Mary Oliver. I don't know who God is exactly, but I'll tell you this. I was sitting in the river named Clarion on a water-splashed stone, and all afternoon I listened to the voices of the river talking. Whenever the water struck a stone, it has something to say, and the water itself, and even the mosses trailing under the water. And slowly, very slowly, became clear to me what they were saying. Said the river, I am part of holiness. And I too, said the stone. And I too, whispered the moss beneath the water. If you could join me as we extinguish our chalice, symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.